Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Joelle Grandblatt. I'm thrilled to be here today. Tell you if you don't hear me well.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so over my career, I had a front seat to see how quickly technology changes and the opportunities and challenges that it creates for all of us, especially for those of us building marketing careers in the industry. Over the next 20 minutes, I'd like to share lessons from my journey, how I learned to embrace new tools, collaborate with tech teams, and position myself as a forward-thinking leader, and how you can do the same. A little bit about me. My name is Joelle Grandblatt, and I started my career in finance and business. I served as the CFO of a diamond office, managing international clients and overseeing monthly revenues between $1 to $9 million. Actually, it was a very interesting position. I was at the office of the president of the Antwerp Diamond Exchange. Once I was done with that, I founded a financial services company providing tailored insurance and investment solutions to people and businesses. Later, thanks to networking, I went back to school for a master's in high school math education. And I was a high school math teacher in the New York City public schools. Finally, I helped co-found my current company, Ai-RGUS, in 2019. And I served as a chief marketing officer before stepping into my new role as COO. I earned my MBA and a master's in education, and I have never stopped learning along the way. When I first started, well, technology was quite different. Over the years, I've seen industries turned upside down by innovation, sometimes faster than people could adapt. What I learned is that the people who thrive are the ones who see it as an opportunity and not as a threat. My goal today is to give you practical tools and strategies so you can feel confident embracing change, whether you are brand new in your role or have decades of experience. Technology evolves fast. Have you heard of some of these tools that are there on your screen? Or are you even implementing them in your own workflow? AI, remote collaboration, design, project management, data analytics. There are many more advanced technology tools today than we had access to in the past. And these trends aren't isolated to the technology sector. They shape how every industry works. For marketers, this creates a huge opportunity. Many organizations are actively seeking diverse perspectives to guide how they adopt and apply these new tools. That means you can shape the way technology is used in your organization if you are ready to engage with it. By a show of hands, does anyone know any of these tools that are listed? Can you raise your hands? Okay, great. And by a show of hands, anyone is using one of these tools? Okay, great. So most of you do, so that's awesome. But even if you haven't heard of a single one of those tools on the previous slides, one of the most valuable skills you can develop is learning how to learn, especially when it comes to technology. You don't need to be an engineer to understand and leverage tech effectively. There are plenty of ways to get familiar with and explore new tools. Start by carving out 15 minutes a week to learn something new. Follow thought leaders on LinkedIn. Take short online courses. Attend a webinar about a new tool or strategy. sign up for a free trial experiment with something new. These small steps can open up a whole new world of efficiency, and you can be even more effective in your role. Give yourself permission to not know everything at once. Curiosity is your biggest asset. I want to share a quick story. When we first started at Ai-RGUS company, I knew we needed a market solution and spread the word out quickly. But how do you do that? As a startup, not many funds, and you want the world to know about what you do and why you are unique and why you all need that. So I had a strong background in marketing, but it's always difficult when you know the challenges. So I knew that I needed to leverage some technology. My first reaction was uncertainty. How do we do that quickly? How we make that happen? Instead of giving up, I thought about what skills do I already have in my possession. I am driven, detail-oriented, and confident in my abilities. So I realized that asking questions is not a weakness. On the opposite, it's a strength. It's a skill to be able to learn from both experienced leaders in your field and to also be inspired by new hires. And I got comfortable learning from everyone around me. Coming back to my experience, the startup company had an office in the innovation center of the city of Las Vegas. And I realized that I had access to a very important resource, people. We met with people there all the time. So I started to ask questions to those around me. I was pointed out to an experienced LinkedIn user, and I started to learn the skills of leveraging social media for marketing. When I started, I only had about 300 connections on LinkedIn and not much experience. So this didn't stop me. I just learned and started using my personal page as a brand and as a way to connect to others in the industry. I shared my story, I asked questions, I asked for advice, and invited people to join my online community. I closed my very first deals on LinkedIn, and from there, I started the company LinkedIn and began my mission of growing both. Today, each page has around 10,000 followers, which you know in the security industry is quite of an achievement. People are not that much doing that there, so 10,000 followers was nice. In summary, I thought about the skills I had, asked for advice, and translated opportunities. In my case, learning LinkedIn contributed to my personal success and the early wins for the startup. Oops. Forgot a few clicks here. Sorry. Okay, by having this mindset, I was able to overcome my uncertainty, adapt quickly, and also find new ways to lead the way in my organization and beyond. The key takeaway here is that often our ability to adapt is far more important than the expertise level in any new technology when we start. So I mentioned collaboration in the last slide, but I'd like to talk a little bit more about it. Because learning is a true pillar of what we want to achieve when we want to leverage technology. When working as a team, you don't want to think about who is the smartest in the room or who has the most important job. This is the wrong mindset. To be successful as a team, you want to appreciate your different expertise and perspectives and leverage everyone's strengths to achieve a common goal. First, make sure that everyone understands the project's goal, the timeline, and their specific role. Setting expectations early on prevents confusion and ensures that every team member knows how their work connects to the bigger picture. Next, schedule regular check-ins and make full use of collaborative platforms for project management and communication. This keeps everyone engaged, ensures questions get answered quickly, and helps the team stay agile if priorities shift. And finally, lead with a learning mindset. And what do I mean by that? 1 second here. If you come into a conversation with an open mind, ready to learn from someone older, younger, more experienced, or brand new, you're making innovation a possibility. Deliver better results every time by developing these key collaboration skills. Leveraging technology for leadership is about utilizing the tools to make better decisions. Easier said than done, right? Well, here are a few examples to get you thinking about how you can make an impact in your organization. Let's say you are in charge of following up with new leads. Instead of manually personalizing every single email, learn how to use a tool that automates the process for you to free up your time for more creative tasks. Or maybe you have lots of data from website traffic. Or you have sales in certain regions. Use data analytics to guide your marketing strategy spending and inventory according to the numbers. If your company is lacking in customer service, test out a new chatbot to improve response times, personalize service, and boost customer satisfaction. While some of these examples may seem simple, technology is constantly evolving, and you can always take the initiative to learn a new tool, a new workflow, and become an innovative leader at your company and beyond. Don't wait for the right time to become the next technology leader. Start today. You could even do some of these on your flight home from the conference. Pick one emerging technology relevant to your industry and learn just enough to have meaningful conversation about it. Volunteer for a project that involves a new tool or a process, even if it's outside your comfort zone. And I like this one very much. Keep a learning log of small wins and insight as you try new technologies. This builds your confidence and gives you a record of growth. And keeping track of it will really encourage you to learn more and to do more. It is as easy as taking the first step to begin using technology to your advantage. Technology will keep evolving. That's a given. The choice is, how do we respond to it? By being curious, adaptable, and collaborative, you can turn change into an advantage. that's it for my presentation. Thank you all for listening. And do you have any questions? Thank you.